Hey, this is a little holiday reset. So some of you I've seen since March last year, or even December last year, and some of you I haven't. But regardless, I wanted to give everybody a little holiday gift with a little bit of a floor workout so that if you are going into the holidays and you can take some time out for yourself, you can take about 15 minutes to give yourself a little reset. So let's get started. So let's just sit in a position where our feet are out in front of us. We're going to pull our abs in. So we're just going to think about sitting up as much as possible. Don't use too much upper back, but kind of use more low abs. Sit here for a second, bend your knees if you have any problems in low back, and take a breath in. And then a breath out. And when you breathe in, can you think about breathing into the sides and the back of your ribs? You can even put your hands here, in and out. And try to breathe in and out one more time. And then we'll just take those arms straight up towards the ceiling. So start by lifting one arm up towards the ceiling, stretching at the side, looking towards the opposite arm. Yeah, and then switch over to the other side. Especially if you sit at a desk all day, it's a really nice option to be able to stretch out maybe halfway through your day. Now, take a big breath in. Remember, it's in the ribs. Breathe out of the ribs. Slide that arm back, stretch. Good. Switch over to the other side. Take a breath in. So right into here, breathe out. Lift that arm up and back, stretch. All right, arms are gonna go up. You're gonna press that chest open, and then you're gonna round and create a little space. All right, bring those arms up, slide them up. We'll do that again, but we'll do it with our arms in. You're gonna go up, relax, up again, relax, up again, slide that arm back, feel the stretch underneath your arm, and then switch. Breathe in, right into the outside of your ribs, and out, in, and out, in, and as you breathe out on this one, slide that arm back. And then take the arms up. You're going to contract, squeeze, lift, press. And then we just take those arms forward with a rounded upper back and kind of rolling forward, but keeping a connection to the low back as well. All right, bring those arms up and back. We're going to work into shoulders. So round and open. So get the arms right over your head if you can. Round, try to switch your arms if you can. I always mess that one up. Yeah, there we go. We'll do one more. Round and open. Good. So you should feel a little looser in the shoulders. Let's now come into a little bit here for our back. Come into a tabletop position. Take a big breath in. You can tuck your toes under if you want. I want you to think about pulling your abs in and then letting them go to a flat back. Pull them in. Let them go to a flat back. Now, if you feel okay here, you can start to round out through the back, scoop the core, stretch out the thoracic spine, and then release. So it's nice to get the back moving in all these different ways. But try to think about keeping equal weight in both hands and both feet, also both knees. And then you're going to send it back a little bit. Walk yourself over to one side gently. Walk yourself over to the other side gently. And then come back. From here, I want you to think about taking one knee in, sliding it out, and then just allowing yourself here to bring the knee in and bring the knee out 3 or 4 times. Bring it in and bring it out. One more time, in and out. And then just press back a little bit through the back of that heel, and then just switch over to the other side. Knee in, knee out. So this is just sort of a mini reset that you can do at any point in the day. Just helps to keep things moving, and we're going to do it in all different directions. So we did it seated, now we're doing it in tabletop. We're going to do it on our backs in a second, and then press that knee back, stretch it back, breathe. Yeah. All right. Now come onto your back. On your back, I want you to think about the hips staying really neutral. Think about your pelvis and see if you can keep it so that it's flat at the back. And then just tilt your tailbone and then release it. Is it possible in this position for you to actually tilt your tailbone by using your low abs and then release it? So you're really thinking, Tilt the tailbone towards the knees, squeeze the abs in. You can feel a little bit of hamstring and release it. Now take your hips and shift them from side to side like a little teeter-totter. See if you can feel the pelvis moving left to right. But keep your spine as grounded as possible. Notice if you feel that one tilt and just see if you can find that alignment. Just move that pelvis around a little bit. Yeah. Now you're going to draw your legs a little bit closer. You're going to plant your hands down to the floor. You can walk your legs right together if you want. We're going to give it a little bit of extra work. You're going to squeeze up, fire up the glutes, stretch out the front of your body, hang out here, get a nice big stretch into the front of your hips, and then lower down. I'm going to get you to go up, squeeze, hold, and lower down. Let's do 4 or 5 more. What I want you to notice when you do this is whether or not you can keep the connection between the floor, the heels, and the hamstring. So if you could you try to lift with your hamstring? Maybe you have to walk your legs in a little closer and your bum is squeezing a bit, but what you're trying to do here is get the hamstring to fire a bit to counterbalance the work that our quads do all day. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to stay there for a second. I'm just going to shift those hips around. I'm going to lift my toes, tap my toes, lift my toes, tap my toes. I'm going to do 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to lower down with control, and then I'm going to come onto my side. So I'll stay on my side here because it's easy to get in. And then I want you to think about pressing up from the floor using your rib cage. We're not going to do a side leg lift, but you are going to do a bicycle while you're on your side. So you're going to take your leg forward and back. Get the leg moving in that socket. So it's forward and back as if you're riding a bike. Pull your abs in. Keep the spine as nice and straight as possible. One more like this. Slide it in, slide it back. Now take that leg, just give it a little lift. Up and back. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Now take that arm out, stretch it as far as it'll go. And then bring it back in, and then stretch it again. And then bring it back in, and then one more nice stretch, getting that side body a little more length. Breathe. Into the ribs, out of the ribs. All right, that hand goes down on the floor. We flip ourselves around. When we come over to this side, could we really think about using the bottom shoulder and the bottom rib cage to keep us up? Could we put the weight on the bottom thigh? So remember, this is just really about getting you moving in every different direction. 15 minutes, you're really just taking a break from your day. The worst thing that happens is that we get really into what we're doing. I do it too. And then we just stay in one position all day. And then our body gets into a position that's maybe not even comfortable. Let's do one more. And then take that leg and bring it up. And that's when we start to get injured, right? Up and out, up and out, up and out. So break up your day. Maybe you're doing a ton of working out. Maybe you want to use this just to get you moving differently. One more, bring it in, and then come up to a seated position. Or maybe you want to use this. So we're going to stretch out the low back like this. Maybe you want to use this just as the warm up to something that you're going to do that's going to be a little tougher, because this is getting those intrinsic muscles too. So whatever way you feel it suits you best. You're going to roll up, you're going to roll down. One more roll up, one more roll down. Now at the end of this one, can you walk your legs out? I'm going to shift forward a little bit so my bum is in the middle of my mat. Can you take your arms up? Can you come down as slow as possible? Pulling your arms forward. You can take your palms up towards the ceiling. Rolling back one vertebra at a time. Check where you're wonky. Check where you start to shake. Pause where you start to shake. And use your core muscles to stabilize you. Pause. Down a little. Pause. Down a little. Pause. Down. Coming down as slow as possible. Relaxing your neck, looking up at the ceiling. I am shaking. And then from here, you're going to take your hands behind your head. You're going to walk your legs nice and close. And you're going to go crossover, stretch, crossover, stretch. 3, 2, just a little mini, 1. Now, tap, lower. This is creating space in the front of your body. Focus on the way down. Tap, lower. Tap, lower. Switch. Crossover, bring it out. Crossover, bring it out. Crossover, bring it out. One more time. Breathe into those ribs. Take the leg out, arm out. Focus on the front. tap, and lower. 2 more, tap, and lower. 1 more, tap, and lower. Good. All right, we're gonna come up to a position here. You can sit on your knees, you can sit cross-legged, you could even sit up like this if you wanted to. I'll come back a little. I think I'm gonna do it that way today. I want you to engage your core muscles, take your arms out. Take your arms, make little circles back. So let's do circles for 4. 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other way for 4. 3, 2, 1. Now let's go the other way and do 8 of them, but let's be really aware of our spine pulling up and pressing down a little bit through the bottom of our shoulders for 3, for 2, for 1. Go the other way, pumping it down for 6, 5, 4. Relax your wrists. 3, 2, 1. Now, you can sit back if you want, or you can stay up. If you're going to stay up, though, you got to wrap those ribs, turn your core on like crazy. You're going to twist out, twist in, out, in. 10, 9, 8. Let your shoulders relax. 7, 6. Don't lock anything except your torso. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Give it a little shift around through there. And then you can take your hands in. Last one you're going to do, you're going to press out and in and out. I'm going to step back a little so you can see the top of my head is lifted. In. Press up. Press in. So these are weight-free arm exercises that are going to help us get a little more movement in the shoulder. Open up the chest. Press out for 8. You can use this as recovery. You can use it as a warm-up. You can also use it to tone. Don't forget to breathe. Squeeze your legs together. Find that core wrapping. Wrap around the waist. Don't let yourself sink forward or back. Find the spine. You're going to do 3, 2, 1. All right, let those hands be a little released. Shake that out. Okay, so the last thing I want you to do, you're going to do it in a position where it's going to require a little bit more movement. So you can press yourself away from the floor. Tuck your tailbone under. You're going to press yourself up into a pike. Then come down into a plank. Hold it. You're going to press yourself up into a pike. And then you're going to plant yourself back down into a high plank. Can you do this without just using your wrist? So can you pull up from your low abs? Can you press your heels into the floor? Can you feel a stretch all along the back of your body? And then can you roll forward? Align your spine. And at the end of this one, so right here when we come into this one, you're going to hold that for a few seconds, but open up your elbows a little wider for this. Now keep the core on, pull the belly button in, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Let the spine realign. 2, 1. Drop to your knees, stretch it back. All right. Take your hands, shake them out. We'll do a little side stretch. And then that's your 15 minutes and you got that in. So do a stretch over to the side. Just reach the arm up. You can be cross-legged, you can be straight, up and over. Other side, up and over. Let's do that again. Up and over like a little teeter-totter through those arms. Up and over, get everything moving. And then swing around. One leg goes out to the front and goes on an angle. The other one tucks in. Arm's going to come up. You're going to round it. You're going to go forward, focusing on a stretch all the way down into your back. Then you lift that arm up, you press it out, and you stretch through the side of your body. All right, bring that up. And we just switch it over to the other side. So thanks for taking the time out of your day to do this. I hope that this helps reset, sweep, lift, press. And you can use this all the way till January 1st. It's just my gift to you to give you a little quick movement to break up your day. And I hope you have a happy holiday. And if you have any questions, of course, you can always get a hold of me. And happy to hear from you. Thanks again. Have a great day.